Lust, and it's everywhere, on your phone, on the street, in your mind. And yet the more we chase it, the weaker we become. But the Stoics knew this 2,000 years ago, that a man ruled by desire is no man at all. He's a slave to his impulses. If you want true strength, if you want to rise above the average man, you need to understand one thing. Lust is not power. Lust is weakness, disguised as pleasure. Let's break it down. The Stoic way. Number 1. The nature of lust. Lust is primal. It's the fire that surges without warning, whispering promises of pleasure, of conquest, of escape. And let's be real, every man has felt it. That raw biological impulse that doesn't ask for permission. But here's where most men fall. They think that just because it's natural, it must be followed. They let the impulse drive the action, like a wild horse dragging the rider. But Stoicism stops us in that moment and asks, are you the rider or are you the reins? Epictetus said it best. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it. Lust is just an event, an emotional weather pattern. It rolls in hot and loud, but it doesn't own you. That craving you feel, that's not strength, that's instinct. And if you're still being led by instinct like a boy chasing after candy, then you haven't become a man. You've just become a slave, wearing the illusion of freedom. Think of the man who throws away his peace, his discipline, his relationship, or, worse, his dignity, for a fleeting moment of lust. Maybe it's late at night, he's tired, lonely, he scrolls, he clicks, he indulges, and afterward there's no strength left, only shame. That's not power. That's surrender. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Lust is an outside event disguised as an inner need, but it's not you, it's just noise. The real man, the Stoic man, feels the urge and chooses not to act on it. That's power. That's masculinity forged in fire. So the next time lust knocks on your door, don't answer like a desperate child. Stand tall, breathe, and remember who you are. You're not a beast, you're a man of discipline, a man of control. And when the world sees a man who doesn't bow to lust, it sees something rare. It sees a man who rules himself. And that, my brother, is the beginning of real freedom. Number 2, how lust weakens you. Every time you give in to lust, you're making a quiet trade. Strength for surrender, discipline for dopamine. And in that moment, you might feel like a king, but the truth is, you're being ruled. Ruled by your body. Ruled by impulse. You're not in control, you're being controlled. And what makes it worse? Most men don't even realize they're in chains. They confuse indulgence with freedom, not knowing that true freedom comes from mastery, over your mind, your urges, your instincts. Seneca said it best, no man is free who is a slave to his body. And he wasn't preaching purity, he was warning us. Because lust isn't just about the body. It hijacks your focus, clouds your clarity, and pulls your energy away from your purpose. It seduces you with ease, but it leaves you empty. Every time you chase that temporary hit, that quick fix, you're dulling your edge as a man. That edge is your willpower, your mission, your fire. And lust? It's water on that flame. Think about the countless dreams buried in bedrooms, the goals that died the moment a man chose pleasure over progress. How many athletes lost their hunger because they drowned in attention? How many entrepreneurs collapsed before they could rise because lust sapped their focus? It's not about shame, it's about direction. A man who's constantly chasing women can never chase greatness because he's too distracted, too drained, too scattered. Lust kills momentum. You're not thinking long-term when you're seduced by the now. You're not building, you're leaking. And here's the truth that hits hardest. Lust steals your purpose. It doesn't take it in one blow. It bleeds it out, slowly, quietly. You wake up months later, wondering why your vision feels blurry, why your fire is gone, why you feel lost. It's because you traded your direction for a dopamine hit. You handed your mission over to your impulses, and no empire, external or internal, was ever built on that foundation. If you want to walk the Stoic path, you must master your desires, or be mastered by them. Number 3, the Stoic alternative. So what's the solution? Detachment. But let's be clear, not from women, not from beauty, not from love, or even the thrill of connection. No, the Stoic detaches from obsession, from neediness, from that hollow craving that turns a man into a slave to his impulses. The world tells you that desire is freedom, but Stoicism teaches the opposite. Desire, when unchecked, is a form of bondage. It makes you chase validation. It makes you compromise your values. It makes you weak. But when you detach from craving, you begin to taste something far more powerful: control, power over yourself. That's the kind of power no one can take from you. Epictetus dropped the truth bomb centuries ago. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. And what lies beyond your control? Her texts, her attention, her approval. If your peace depends on those things, then you're already conquered. You don't own your life. Your lust does. But here's the hard pill. Lust only controls the man who refuses to confront it. You flip the switch the moment you stop running from the discomfort and start leaning into it. Every time you delay gratification, every time you walk away from the quick fix, you grow. Every second you resist the urge to chase temporary pleasure, you're investing in permanent strength. Think about it. That energy you pour into chasing women, scrolling, fantasizing, what if you redirected it? Into the gym, into your goals, into your craft, into becoming the kind of man she dreams of, but more importantly, the man you respect. You don't become dangerous by indulging in everything you want. You become dangerous by mastering your appetite. A lion isn't powerful because it's always fed. It's powerful because it knows when to hunt and when to wait. The Stoics didn't fear pleasure. They just refused to become its prisoner. That's the path, not denial, not repression, but control. The ability to want something and not need it, that's the ultimate flex, that's real freedom. Number 4, practical steps. Here's how to start. Audit your triggers. You can't win a war if you don't know your enemy. Every time you feel the urge, whether it's lust, distraction, laziness, or rage, stop and trace it back. What caused it? A certain Instagram account, a dating app, a late-night Netflix binge that spiraled into self-loathing by sunrise? Cut the snake at the neck. Eliminate weakness at the source. This isn't about being paranoid or overly strict. It's about being a warrior of your own mind. Imagine a man trying to quit drinking, but he still keeps a bottle of whiskey in his drawer just in case. That's not discipline, that's delusion. The Stoics taught us to master what we can control, and you can control your environment. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Most of our failures begin in the small decisions we make before the real test even arrives. Audit your life. Remove what poisons your will. Delay the urge. You're not an animal. You're a man, and a man doesn't act on impulse. The next time a craving rises, to indulge, to explode, to quit, don't suppress it. Don't run from it. Observe it. Look it in the eye. And then, wait. Just 10 minutes. Breathe. Watch how the storm inside you begins to settle. This is how kings are made. Not by eliminating desire, but by training the mind to rule the body. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Each time you delay the urge, you're reprogramming your nervous system. You're proving to yourself that you are not a slave to your impulses. You are the master of your fate. Transmute the energy. That fire inside you, it's not evil, it's power. Lust, frustration, restlessness, it's raw energy. But here's the trick. You don't extinguish. Fire, you aim it, go hit the gym, go build something, write, create, grind. Turn the urge into fuel. This is how men rise. The Stoics never said, don't feel desire. They said, don't be ruled by it. Epictetus called this inner mastery prohairesis, the ability to choose your response. Take the same energy that once led you down dark paths and use it to forge your character in the flames of discipline. What once weakened you can now become the force that makes you unstoppable. Read daily Stoic passages. Your body needs food. Your mind needs philosophy. Every morning before the chaos begins, feed your soul. One page from Marcus, a quote from Seneca, a reflection from Epictetus. These aren't just words, they're armor. They are battle-tested wisdom from men who've walked through fire and refused to bow. Replace dopamine with discipline. Instead of scrolling, sit with truth. Let these ancient voices remind you of your power. Marcus wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." When those lines sink into your bones, they don't just inspire you, they fortify you. Day by day, you become less reactive, less weak, and more unshakable. This is how the modern man becomes a Stoic, not just by knowing the words, but by living them every damn day. Conclusion. You're not weak for feeling lust, but you become weak when you let lust own you. Be like the Stoics, calm, focused, detached. The world may burn around you, but you'll be unmoved, because you're no longer chasing weakness, you're building strength. If you want more like this, more truth, more clarity, more Stoic wisdom, subscribe and walk the Stoic path with me, because we don't chase pleasure, we build power.